¿Qué pasó, negrito? Ya sé.
He got into trouble at the start with a poor getaway. Raikkonen was in front of him on the way down to the first corner and then trying to fight his way through, having fallen behind Massa on the opening lap. I think he thought that Massa would give way and Massa certainly did not give way. But was it
No, Massa no se corrió,
Lewis needed to give him more space. It's all very well. Massa outbraked himself and Lewis got the high ground, but he left himself open. And Massa was never going to go to an awful lot of trouble to avoid an incident there. Lewis presented for Massa to just tap him round, and Lewis did not need to try to make that move on Kimi Raikkonen down into the first corner. I'd be sure McLaren told him, if Raikkonen wins the race, no problem, just stay ahead of Massa.
Sí, este negrito quiere pasar a todo pues se cree el pija larga, boludo. Mirá, 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 mirá. Mirá, qué lindo. Qué lindo que lo saco. Sí.
So Lewis thinks he's got the job done there, and Massa comes back across the grass and taps
Está completamente posicionado en la pista.
I've got a lot more grass there than I first realised.
Mirá cómo festejan, boludo, mirá.
Over the top of the curve to come back onto the racetrack.
Mirá cómo festejan, papá.
The stewards will be taking a look at that one.
¿A qué no?
We'll see what their decision is. Meanwhile, at the front, Robert Kubica looking for his second victory in Formula 1 after that memorable first win in Montreal.
Sacaron al negro.
With this kind of opportunity, but let's see what he can make of it. He's at the second clear of Fernando Alonso's Renault. Kovalainen third in the McLaren. Then fourth is Jarno Trulli in the Toyota ahead of Kimi Raikkonen, who can still win this race, only 5 seconds behind the race leader and in a faster car than pretty much any of the cars in front of him with the exception of Kovalainen. Bourdais has had a great start.
Kubica primero, pero no se te fue.
Felipe Massa is 7th after that incident with Hamilton. Then 8th is Timo Glock. 9th is Nelson Piquet. 10th Sebastian Vettel. 11th Adrian Sutil. 12th is Jenson Button. 13th is Heidfeld. He's had a good start, as has Button. Webber down to 14th. Barrichello 15th. Fisichella 16th. 17th Rosberg. And 18th the pole sitter Lewis Hamilton.
Right, let's have a look at this.
Mirá cómo se le manda el negro ahora, boludo. No lo tiene que hacer eso. Mirá, mirá, mirá. Mirá, boludo. Mirá, boludo. Se repasó. Negro de mierda, boludo.
Hamilton just a bit too much wheel spin there. Kovalainen a much better start behind him. And Raikkonen with the high ground. And Hamilton just gets too.
Pero mirá que negro roña, boludo. ¿Cómo se manda? Sabe que no lo van a sacar, boludo.
And somewhere in there then, Coulthard is going to come across the Williams of Nakajima, and there it is. And in fact, was trying to avoid the spinning David Coulthard, so there was contact between Coulthard.
Ahí se fueron los dos McLaren a la mierda, boludo, no entiendo.
And it's the look at that, the right rear suspension of David Coulthard already broken before he hits the wall. So that was earlier contact, and then the right rear became the steering wheel.
Yeah, quite clear that Coulthard's car turns sharp left there towards the barrier, so Nakajima not involved in it at all. Meanwhile, Felipe Massa is crawling all over the back of Sebastian Bourdais, and here we can see Raikkonen crawling all over the back of Jarno Trulli. Let's get some news from Tech Rabbits.
As Timo Glock has completely surprised his team by coming into the pits. They weren't ready for him at all, but managed to put on some tyres and taking a very close look at the